When people talk about unforgettable screen presence from the 1980s, Phoebe Cates is always near the top of the conversation. She arrived in Hollywood with a mixture of natural beauty, quiet confidence, and a magnetic charm that cameras seemed to love instantly. Photographs from her early career still circulate today, not simply because they are daring or provocative, but because they capture a performer whose appeal felt effortless. Whether she was framed in soft sunlight, caught mid-motion in a cinematic moment, or smiling during a premiere, there was an authenticity to her look that made audiences feel as if they were discovering someone special in real time. A major reason her imagery remains so widely discussed is the cultural lightning bolt created by Fast Times at Ridgemont High. The film became a rite of passage for a generation of moviegoers, and Kate's brief poolside fantasy sequence evolved into one of the most replayed and referenced moments in teen movie history. What made it linger wasn't just glamour, it was timing, music, and the dreamy perspective that turned a simple scene into pop culture mythology. Decades later, fans who revisit it often find themselves surprised by how playful and cinematic it feels rather than merely sensational. Yet reducing Cates to a single headline moment misses the broader picture. She moved easily between tones, showing warmth and humor in projects like Gremlins, where her performance balanced the film's mischievous chaos with heart. Public appearances from that era reveal another dimension, poised, stylish, and refreshingly down-to-earth. In interviews and behind-the-scenes snapshots, she seemed aware of her fame but never overwhelmed by it, which only strengthened the connection fans felt toward her. Part of why pictures of Cates continue to resurface is tied to nostalgia. For many viewers, her image represents a memory of discovering movies at a formative time, sleepovers, cable reruns, posters on bedroom walls. When those photos appear again online, they reopen a time capsule. The hairstyles, lighting, and film grain evoke an industry that felt slightly less manufactured, when a star could feel both larger than life and somehow within reach. That blend of glamour and approachability is rare, and it explains why people keep clicking, sharing, and reminiscing. There is also an artistic element at play. Photographers frequently emphasized her expressive eyes and calm, centered posture, creating frames that felt elegant rather than exaggerated. Even in still images, she projected narrative, curiosity, mischief, vulnerability, confidence. A viewer could imagine a whole story unfolding beyond the edges of the picture. Today, conversations about Phoebe Cates are as much about legacy as allure. Fans admire how she eventually stepped back from constant Hollywood visibility, choosing a more private path while her earlier work continued to resonate. The enduring circulation of her images shows that charisma captured honestly doesn't fade, it simply gathers new admirers. What began as snapshots of a rising star have become cultural artifacts, reminders of a performer who, for many, defined an era and left an imprint that time has only polished further.